Pillboxes in Shropshire. If you want to see two prime examples, keep watching third-rate content. So welcome back to third-rate content. Today we're out in the Shropshire countryside once again, just about a mile outside Cressage to the north, and today we're going to go and investigate some military engineering, some leftovers from World War II, primarily two pillbox bunkers here in the Shropshire countryside that have been left since World War II. We'll go and have a look at them now, so buckle up and I'll see you out here. As you can see just in the distance there, Cressage in the background and site one of today's military investigation. The countryside is absolutely spectacular today in the mid or late April sunshine. Not been a brilliant week weather-wise, very changeable, but it's settled down today. On Saturday, the 22nd of April. No, I'm not much of a date guy. I just have to look it up every time I fire it out. So just behind me, the road bridge spanning the River Severn. And this is what the pillbox here, the bunker stroke pillbox, would have been defending in the event of a Nazi invasion of Britain. Yeah, it's a gorgeous light sandstone bridge, and it really is something you just don't notice when you drive over it, obviously, because there's no sign of it on the approach roads, and you only see it really when you come down here and have a look at the pillbox. In May 1940, the Directorate of Fortifications and Works was set up at the War Office under the direction of Major General G.B.O. Taylor. Its purpose was to provide a number of basic but effective pillbox designs that could be constructed by soldiers and local labour at appropriate defensive locations. The degree of protection offered by a pillbox varied considerably. The thickness of the walls and roof generally varied from just 12 inches to 3 foot 6 or more, although the commercially produced designs were often much thinner. In March 1940, General Brooke carried out penetration trials and recorded that a 25mm anti-tank gun could easily penetrate up to 2 feet of reinforced concrete. Despite such results, the thick-walled pillboxes were designated as shell-proof, whereas the thinner-walled pillboxes were designated as bulletproof. In fact, this casemate is of type FW/24. Yeah, there really isn't a lot of space in here. I mean, you'd have had people, soldiers, manning these in the terrible event of an invasion. Luckily, it didn't happen, as we know. But as you can see, this slot looking right over towards the bridge. The roof is, I don't know if this is original actually, but the roof is tin sheets, and then I guess it was reinforced on top. Yeah, these brick walls, they are pretty thick, but I do wonder what would have happened if they'd got struck by one of the heavy shells that a Tiger tank was packing. I don't think these defences really, they weren't for long-term fighting. They were just to hold up a potential invasion while the main forces fell back, and you know, regrouped. So they were just really just to hold things up. Yeah, so pillboxes like this in Shropshire, they'd have been defending the roads, also defending the River Severn, because that, you know, is an artery that leads, you know, all over the place. So it was two arteries that were being defended. But of course, there has been research done that shows that if Hitler had successfully invaded the British Isles, that Shropshire would have been potentially where he would have had his headquarters, because it was remote enough from the big cities, London, Birmingham, Manchester, but it was well connected, its infrastructure was good, and it was well connected to all the major areas of the British Isles. So it would have been, so Hitler felt it was the ideal place for his headquarters. But luckily, that was something that we never had to deal with. Yeah, just looking at that tree growing out of the roof. But I have seen a picture on Wikipedia of the roof of these. There's concrete and then rebar in the concrete. And that is a small tree growing out the roof. Right, I think we'll go and try and find the second pillbox of today's tour. Yeah, I always thought they were called pillboxes, but I've been looking up the official terminology is actually bunker. I always thought the bunkers were the deeper underground sort of more reinforced ones than this little thing, but that is the official name, bunker stroke pillbox. Yeah, this is the closest we've been to the Wrekin since we actually went up it quite some years ago. We'll do it again soon, hopefully. Yeah, and we're going to actually cross over the bridge on our way to the second pillbox. If you just look over here, Severn Way. We're not doing that today. It's a huge walk, it goes right round Shropshire. Takes several days to do it. The bridge we're passing over was built in 1913 and carries the B4380 over the River Severn. It's a very wide stretch of the river here, just outside Cressage. Cressage is just that way, about half a mile. You can just see the pillbox just lurking there, lurking through the trees. Another couple of weeks and you won't be able to see it from the road at all. Once the canopy comes in, the full canopy. Yeah, try not to play with my hair too much today, but I conditioned it. And that usually means it goes really fly away and fluffy, and that's why I end up wrestling with it for the whole video. But I will try my best not to do it today. And here, just off the bridge, on the opposite side of the river, is the second pillbox stroke bunker. And we'll just go through this stile. This stile, we'll go through it with style. Quite high steps here as well. Yeah, I don't know if either of today's pillboxes are listed. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. The basic designs were adapted to local circumstances and available building materials such as that. Outwardly, two pillboxes of the same basic design could look quite different. The height of a pillbox could vary significantly according to local needs. Some were half buried so that the embrasures might be as low as ground level. Others were raised up, like this one, to give a better view. Those built into hillsides might lack embrasures altogether. On some walls, the entrance could be moved and its size varied as might be convenient. There may be additional walls to protect the entrance, a freestanding blast wall or a steel door.
grass has grown on top of this one too.
Yeah, just thinking about the tree that was growing on the roof of the other pillbox. I'm sure there's been a fair few trees over the years that have attempted to start a life on top of there, but the roots are going to be really shallow, so they're just going to get blown away in the high winds eventually.
Yeah, let's go have a look inside. I think it's very similar to the last one we were in. In fact, it's almost identical, the format. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slot holes for guns to be pointed out of, and the river and the road to be once again defended, but this time from the other side. Yeah, and I do believe that this one floods. You can see proof of that, as it's all the silt has dried up. So, and I think there is pictures online of this particular pillbox looking sort of quite almost like a medieval castle with a moat round it, completely surrounded by water. Completely surrounded by water and half filled with water as well. So you wouldn't have wanted to be defending it in a flood, although it would have made attacking it quite a bit easier. But going back to the tank, if the tank was on that bridge and it was firing its whatever pounds shells at this place, it wouldn't have stayed standing for very long. You know, 2 or 3 courses of bricks. They're only really to repel small arms fire. There's not a huge amount of room in here, as you can probably see. I mean, I don't know whether they kept the ammunition probably here, the box here, and another one here, yeah. So that's where your ammo would have been. And then you guys defending it, standing here. I don't know if you'd have had the full 7 here, or there'd have just been 3 perhaps, and they'd have been changing position as and when. And the foundation here, just concrete sunk into the ground, you know, like any other building project, a couple of meters down, just to give it that strong footing. No tree on top of this one though, sadly.
Yeah, very thick lintel on this embrasure.
Yeah, this pillbox did get overrun, but not by the enemy. It was overrun by the River Severn, which ironically it was put here to defend. There's no love lost with nature though. So that was our third-rate visit to 2 pillboxes here just outside Cressage in Shropshire. Thanks for watching to the end. I hope you enjoyed. You probably did somewhat enjoy if you're still here now, but don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and by all means do comment. I do love a good comment and I reply where applicable. So if I don't see you soon, I'll see you 3 times as soon. Third-rate content, sign out. Bye bye.